Hello everyone and welcome to match number 3 of the inaugural Bones and Blade tournament. Our first opponent this match in the upper left is Blezt. He'll be surrounded by the blue frame and his cards are along the bottom. And he'll be facing off against April in the lower left in the red frame. Her cards are along the top. And both players will be deciding whether or not to trade any cards in to start things. And it looks like April did trade a couple cards in with a heal 2 and a shield 7 coming back, which is not too bad. And with time ticking down, we'll see if Blezt decides to trade in any cards. And he does trade a shield breaker and receives a damage 5, which is quite a good return. He should be happy with that. So let's get right to the action. Blezt does lead out with that damage 5 card he received. April counters with the life leech. And Blezt wins our first rock, paper, scissors, so he'll be dealing a hit. Looks like he'll be doing 11 points of damage to April to start things off. And because of this, April will be able to roll her first golden die. We'll see if she chooses offense or defense. And she does choose to heal. And she gets 4 points, which is quite nice as that's the max you can get. And she follows up with a life leech, trying to get that HP back up. Blezt looking to deal some damage. Look at those damage numbers on that card. They're pretty high. Both players do choose rock, so both players will hit. And April's going to be quite happy she has a life leech to mitigate some of this damage, as Blezt was laying down a 12-point hit. But in the end, it turns into a wash as April did heal a bit there. So Blezt up by 8 points. And he chooses to play a shield, which is quite nice when you're in the lead. Looks like April's thinking about the same way, pulling out a shield as well. And April does win the rock, paper, scissors this time. And so she'll do a few points of damage, and she'll get some shield up, so that's quite a good turn for her. As for card number 4, it looks like Blezt is going right for the jugular with the life leech. And April responds with the damage 1. If this life leech hits, it's going to be extremely tough. Looks like April can barely stand to watch. And indeed, the life leech does hit. Paper covers rock. And that's going to be quite hard to recover from for April, as she'll be many points behind. No more shield. Blezt fills up his HP. And April's going to pretty much have to go paper here to maximize some damage to try to make up the gap. We'll see if Blezt picks up on that. And he does indeed play scissors over paper, and that's it for round 1. You can see Blezt looks pretty happy about that up there. And at the bottom of the screen, you can see Revolve Games' social media account links. You got the Telegram chat, the Twitter/X, you got the YouTube. So head on down there, give them a subscribe or a like. And in Telegram chat is where team most often hangs out. You can find them answering questions, giving new information about development, etc. You got Merrick laying down the law as community manager. It's rare to see a team be so communicative and so effective. So it's a great place to hang out. I'd love to see you guys there. I'm Hello Clarice. So we'll see how the players decide to start off the next round. We got Blezt rolling in with a roll twice card. And looks like April's going to counter with a life leech. Now, since she doesn't have initiative, it is effective to use the life leech as the first card, as she will be hit and then be able to hit with her life leech. And they do both use scissors, so you'll see it pay off here, as April will keep her full health and Blezt will take the hit. And there you go. So Blezt's going to be able to choose his golden die this time. We'll see if he chooses defense or offense with this die. And he does choose offense in the end, chooses to hit. So he'll be doing 2 points of damage to April and closing the gap a little bit. Now, it's always fun to watch the mind games between players. Whereas in PvE, it tends to be best to simply choose your highest damage option with every card. Things are very different in PvP. Your goal is to figure out which rock, paper, scissors option the opponent will choose and react accordingly, which is much easier said than done. And in this case, you can see they both go with rock-based cards. The cards are red and the highest damage numbers are associated with rock. And interestingly, they both chose paper for their attack, probably in case the opponent tried to inflict max damage with rock. So both attacks hit. Nothing too crazy there. And Blezt playing a life leech card here, April playing a shield. The life leech, always an important moment. And it does not hit this time, and Blezt will be playing from behind on the final 2 cards. As you can see, April goes up by 10 HP plus her shield, so that's a pretty significant lead at this part of the round. And April bringing out the big guns with a roll +7 card. That will do huge damage if she chooses correctly. And we'll see how Blezt chooses to respond. He plays his damage plus 7 card, which is a fun one, as your rock, paper, scissors choice doesn't matter as much. You'll deal that 7 damage regardless of whether you're right or wrong. However, April's huge attack hits for 14 damage, putting the round essentially out of reach, as Blezt is down by 20 points now, and likely will be all tied up at 1 round apiece heading into the tiebreaker for the first game. And April does choose correctly with the final card, and the round is over, with Blezt ending at exactly 0 HP. Now, for those who might be interested, both players are currently using the Orin character, which happens to be yours truly's favorite B&B character. He's the best. And the others are Pogo and Brock, who we may be seeing later on, depending on player choice. Got some trade-ins going on here, as Blezt had a couple of low shield breaker cards. Not surprising that he would trade those in. Gets back an identical card and mills that as well, before trading in a final shield 3 card. And April trades in a roll twice and a shield card, and we're on to the final round of the first game. Blezt leading out with a heal card, and as he's playing after April, his heal will apply if she hits him. Looks like April's trying to do some big damage, and the 6 from her card added to the plus 4 damage, and a roll of 4 means 14 total damage. Reduced by 3 due to Blezt's heal. She'll have a slight lead at this point in the round. Both players hesitating a little bit before choosing their next card here. And Blezt gets a low damage shield breaker card out there against April's life leech. So we'll see who takes the rock, paper, scissors battle here. And it is Blezt, and April's character not the only thing getting hit there. She was pretty disappointed with the result. Anytime your life leech cards hit or don't, it can be a huge swing in a round. As when they do come through, you take health off your opponent, you build some up yourself, and when you miss, well, you're often left with just the pain. After 2 cards, the scores are very close. We have a slight lead for Blezt at this point. April trying to heal up, and Blezt is as well. Pretty reasonable choices by both of them. But Blezt chooses scissors and will beat paper to widen the gap. April going to have to step things up to get back in the round here in the final 2 cards. And she is trying desperately to heal once more. We'll see how Blezt responds. Looks like he's playing his shield card. And with both players choosing paper, the lead will remain pretty much the same heading into the final card. As you can see on April's final card, she does have quite a large damage number in the rock portion, so we'll see if she does go with that. And it's possible due to a red card that Blezt will suss this out. And indeed he does go with paper. We'll just see what April chooses. And that's it for game number 1. Blezt will take it. He will be up 1-0 and take quite a significant lead. And April feeling the pain of losing that first game, but she is definitely not out of it yet. It is absolutely possible to come back in Bones and Blade. That is part of the beauty of this game. Alright, so let's get straight into round 2. We do see there's already a small change, as Blezt has traded in his Orin character for Brock. So we have Blezt as Brock on the left-hand side. April remains as Orin on the right. As both players trade in, I'd like to mention that in a recent interview, Dan from Revolve Games mentioned that big updates are coming to Bones and Blade in the future, essentially overhauling the game. I'm really looking forward to seeing how things evolve, as it's already a lot of fun to play, and one can only imagine it will be even better in the future. To play, simply grab yourself some RPG tokens, head to revolvegames.io and generate an NFT. As you play Bones and Blade, you'll level up your character, and that will boost your staking rewards, a play-to-earn feature that is definitely very nice. And we have round 2 getting going here, with both players starting off with shield cards. April getting the better of that with her rock beating scissors, so she'll take a small lead and get her shield up as well, so a good start for her. Perhaps a small misstep here from April, as she plays a heal card while she has full health and initiative, so she won't benefit from the heal portion of her card. Meanwhile, Blezt is playing that classic Hellhag plus 7 damage card, which always hits, so things should tighten up a bit, as Blezt does enough damage to remove April's shield. And you can see here from both players' reactions that sometimes things don't turn out quite the way you're expecting in Bones and Blade, which is always part of the fun as well. Things still very tight at this point, with April maintaining a small 3-point lead. Looks like Blezt will be playing his shield breaker card while April tries to dish out a bit more damage with hers. And Blezt wins with scissors over paper and will turn the tables as he's now in the lead with 2 cards to go. This could definitely still go either way as the lead is quite small. April selecting a roll +3 card at this point with fairly good damage numbers, and Blezt playing a very similar roll +3 card himself, so the rock, paper, scissors choice is going to be very important here. And Blezt does take it with paper over rock. That'll lead us to a pretty important golden die selection for April. We'll see if she decides to do a bit of damage or heals up a little bit. And she does choose to heal, which leaves her with a 10-point gap. We'll see what happens on the final card here for the winner of round 1 in game number 2. And Blezt once again with his scissors over paper will take it. He's up 1-0 in the second game. Hope you're enjoying the action here so far. Both contenders are playing very well with some good back and forth action. For the trade-ins, we see April getting rid of what I call a 3-4-5 shield breaker card. But it looks like Blezt is very satisfied with his hand as he'll not be trading in any cards himself. April not liking the look of a couple shield +2 cards and she trades them in as well. Blezt leading out with a roll +5 card here, likely trying to deal big damage, while April selects a heal +5, and this time she does not have initiative, so that's a great lead. And she does win the first showdown, knocking 4 HP off of Blezt total. Now, while 4 HP may not sound like that much, it is 10% of the starting HP stack, and you never know when the end of the round will come down to a small difference, so each hit is very important. I have definitely seen many rounds won by 1 or 2 points. Blezt coming back with the life leech card, trying to immediately make up for the damage taken. And this time it's April with that somewhat free damage +7 card. Once again, April winning the showdown with scissors over paper, giving her quite a large lead. And that means we'll see another golden die for Blezt. Last time he did opt to do some damage, so we'll see what he decides to do at this point. He does stick with damage, yet again removing 2 points from April's HP. And to those who play Bones and Blezt, do you prefer to use golden dice for attack or defense? Sure, that's a great conversation we could have in Telegram chat. And a big rock, paper, scissors coming up here is April has played a shield +6 card with initiative. And Blezt plays a shield breaker, so if he hits, he'll remove April's shield and do damage. Well done by April to avoid a tough moment there. With 2 cards remaining, April has built up a substantial lead, and it's going to be very difficult for Blezt to do enough damage to remove her shield and make up the gap. But he comes out swinging with a damage +6 card. April replying with her roll twice lava dog, and she's hoping to put this one away with a successful rock, paper, scissors choice. And it does not come to pass, but although Blezt does win the turn, the lead remains very large for April due to her shield, and Blezt's final card is just not quite powerful enough to make up the 14-point difference. So unless something extremely surprising happens, the players will be tied up at 1 round each at the end of this round. Let's take a look and see what happens. And April's rock will win on the final card, and she evens up the score here in game number 2. And she seems quite happy about that, and well she should, as that win was necessary for her to continue in the match. Now you may notice some of the cards are 2 or 3 different colors. That simply indicates that the highest damage numbers on a card are tied. For example, the first card in April's hand has a damage of 4 for rock and scissors, so it's red and green. And the Crabwalker card she just picked up has 1 for each category, making it red, green, and blue. These cards can help disguise your rock, paper, scissors choices to a degree. We have the next round kicking off. Again, April will need a win here to extend the match to game number 3. Blezt with the Shield Breaker card, April replying with a Life Leech. And Blezt will get the better of that showdown, dealing out 6 points of damage. You can see April knows that's not the best start to the round for her, but she can make that up fairly quickly. And she'll be trying to heal up here, that definitely makes sense. But at the same time, Blezt has a nice damage +5 card. This will mostly nullify the heal. Players taking a moment here to decide the right course of action. And with both players choosing paper, Blezt will remain in the lead for the time being. You gotta love those attack animations. This game looks great. And looks like April may be considering playing her Deflect 7 card. This type of card reduces total damage taken, which can be very effective. Blezt playing a heal +3 Hell Hag. And April does eventually go with that deflect card. So she'll be reducing damage taken if Blezt deals any. And Blezt does win the showdown, but as you can see, April's card will prevent her from taking any damage at all. Blezt adding a few HP to his stack from the heal. With 2 cards left, April playing a shield card. Blezt responds with the shield breaker. April kind of seeing the writing on the wall at this point. And Blezt does win the showdown. He keeps his healthy lead heading into the final card. As Blezt's final card is a heal +5, it's pretty unlikely that April can find a way to do enough damage to at least secure a draw this round. However, the damage numbers on that Crab Walker are pretty high, so we'll see what happens in the rock, paper, scissors choice. And with the final correct choice, Blezt takes the round and with it the match. He feels the thrill of victory, April with a great performance in defeat. Thanks to both of our players, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time for our last quarterfinal of the Bones and Blade tournament.